finished the story.
Oh, we're not syncing. Sorry. Carry on. Hi, guys.
We are back again. I don't know what them two were just doing there, but we are back.
Up.
Yeah. Another week, another load of shows, more news, whatever. But how are we doing, fellas?
I'm getting there, mate. I had a nice weekend. I went to Blackpool to see my mum. She's on holiday over there, so nice spending a night in Blackpool. Decided to chill out. I've got the most sunburnt ears in the world, like so.
Oh yeah, show us. You mentioned it on the chat the other day. Let's have a look. The
my cheeks
on the side of his head there.
Yeah, and then my cheeks are just really red because I'm wearing a hat and my hoodie. So the rest of my didn't get tanned at all, apart from my cheeks and my ears. But it was really nice. So I hate the idea of Blackpool, but when I'm there and it's not overly busy, I do quite enjoy it. It's nice.
Blackpool's ace. But
Yeah.
I do like Blackpool. I've seen a lot of wrestling shows at Blackpool. I saw the first UK tournament where Tyler Bate won it.
That's
the second one I saw as well. And Preston City Wrestling have been there a few times. And there was another wrestling company that had been there. Can't remember who they were. Can't remember. It's a local one. We got told about a wrestling company that was in town, and we were like, yeah, WWE, we know, we're watching it. We're like, no, it's an independent one. If you want to come and use free ticket. So we went to go and watch it. It was pretty good, to be fair. There was a guy that used to go, come on, Kenny, lad, all the way through it. And now that he wrestles for TNA now. Blackpool's good for wrestling as well. There's one on Pride weekend. I got a thing through at Preston City Wrestling. They're doing one. But I'm working and I can't. So I was going to say, let's do a road trip.
We've already got one road trip planned.
Oh. When was that one?
August.
Yeah, well, Dan Owsley seems to be doing a tour of the UK, and it's starting to do me head in because he's not doing anything closer than that one to us, and it's pissing me right off.
Kenny Williams.
Kenny Williams.
Yeah, there it was.
Go on, Kenny, lad.
Go on, Kenny, lad.
Did he not wrestle for ICW at one point as well?
Yeah, he did. He was the 0G champion.
Yeah.
I don't know that off the top of my head. I've literally Googled that, so I'm not no encyclopedia wrestling. I did cheat to get that.
That's what I do anyway.
But yeah, no, we've I need to look at tickets to that because it could be pricey. But yeah, no, got that planned in. Matt, how are you? So you've not been too good?
I had well, it was like a 48-hour thing. Like on Friday, I felt really rubbish. I was in work and I just felt crap. I threw up twice. And then Saturday morning, I woke up and I was just full of a full flu. I was like,
you sounded like
honestly,
death.
I felt like death. So I thought if I had them 2 days off and then I'm back in Monday, I'll feel okay. And then Sunday night, I started feeling a bit iffy again, and I was like, oh, fuck. But then I got through it on Monday. Just got on with it and feel better now. Got a bit of an headache, but nothing major.
Me and John were planning like the remembrance episode, like how you sounded on Saturday.
10 bells for Luke. I had it all lined up and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know who's editing the video though after we filmed it.
We'll just put it out full whack.
Can't edit my own eulogy.
Yeah.
Would have put your computer in the box if you mate.
When you can, pal. When you get a second, pal, get it set.
Let us know when that video's going out. With you. Nice one, cheers, pal.
On my deathbed doing fucking thumbnails. I like it though.
Good. Not much happened this week, really. It's been a bit of a average week, really, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Becky Lynch,
I mean,
you obviously got the news that Becky Lynch is now a free agent.
We're gonna go through the releases, contracts, and stuff in a second, but yeah, like, there's been nothing made. Like, other than that, there's been no big breaking news or anything like that. There's been nothing that's gone kind of thing. So
I think NXT had the biggest surprises this week. That's it.
Yes.
AEW didn't really have anything big this week. They've set up a couple of matches or storylines, but I think WWE's done the same. Nothing massive, as in the main show, the main roster. Nothing massive this week.
I actually watched Dynamite all the way through this week, and I could not tell you one thing. Actually, I could tell you one thing that happened on the entire show. This is my problem when I watch. I can't seem to hold the information like with AEW at the minute. Like I don't.
Hold it in, but I can't remember it. But I've just watched the Raw highlights, mate. Ask me what happened on Raw.
What happened?
Gable pushed Sami Zayn into Otis.
Yeah,
and knocked Maxine Dupree off.
All I remember is Jay cut a promo in the crowd. And the Otis bit.
Jay did announced his intention to win Money in the Bank. Liv is shagging Dom.
Yeah. Finn's the biggest cock block in the world. Like,
it really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I think we're getting a double. I genuinely think we're getting a double play on that one. I actually think it's Finn and Liv.
Finn and Liv?
That would be interesting, you know.
There was a backstage thing the other week where they're talking, Liv gets out of a car, and then a few minutes later, you see Finn walking out of the same car.
Actually, I remember seeing that now. Now you come to mention that, I do remember seeing that.
You've been seeing with them all, though, because you were chatting with JD McDonough in the background the other week as well. He's playing an absolute man-eater.
Wait till Mommy gets back. Mommy's going to sort her right out.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting to it. This is my brutality. And then she comes out and kills her. I don't think it'll be
Clash. Still too early.
It's too early. I think it'll be around SummerSlam time.
SummerSlam, 100%.
Yeah, she's not fit till then, is she? So I think they'll start doing vignettes from her at home.
I don't think they'll do vignettes. I hope they don't. I hope that. I literally hope there's a match where she's winning. She's won a match, celebrating. Dom's or whoever it is she's with is celebrating the win in the match in the ring with her, and then Rhea's music hits just out of nowhere. You know, like they did with Bray at Extreme Rules, the little corner segment came up.
Yeah, and like they did with Punk.
Yeah. Do that, and then Rhea's music hits.
Yeah. Speaking of CM Punk, what about our merch? Because all of us have bought. I think all of us have bought merch. Well, me and Matt definitely did. And saying, I think Matt's got his new merch in the background, if that's what I can see.
Well, it's nice that you mentioned that, Teddy. We are sponsored by EuroShops, powered by For Nxt, and I have got new T-shirts. So, one of them. Oh no, just ripped the label off. Good job, it fits me in it. It's Roman Reigns. There you go.
I like that one.
And then the one I'm wearing.
Oh, KO.
Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, Randy Orton one from WrestleMania. And then I bought an AEW one. No, it's powered by Fanatics and EuroShop.
We can dream.
I've looked into it. They don't do any federations there.
Yeah.
I like that. Adam Copeland, sorry. How about that?
I like that one.
I've also got one more T-shirt on the way, which should be here on Friday, which you'll see next week on the pod, so stay tuned. I've also got a lanyard. I've got it for my work pass. So
I bought a Ricochet T-shirt, which is in the wash, I think, actually. So I wore it the other day. And then I've got this AJ Styles one. And
retired AJ Styles.
Yeah, and then I've got a Good Brothers T-shirt that's coming from America, so I assume that's going to take a while. So
about 2 weeks from when you ordered it. They're not too bad.
Mine's come from my one.
Actually, I think you did buy it.
Is from America.
Yeah,
it's coming on Friday. I ordered it last week.
John, did you order merch? I swear you ordered something as well. Don't know why I thought that.
No.
What you wearing though, John?
Yeah, what you wearing? Yeah.
I've got some submission machine on today. Home. We've seen this one before. It's from one of the crates. One of my exclusive ones.
I like that one.
One of my favourites.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, and I've got a thingy shirt on the way, an MGF.
I am toying with the idea of resubscribing to my crate again. I do want an MGF shirt.
I'm gonna buy. That one is on the way. That was the other thing I bought. I did.
All right, the wolf one. The thing is that I like it, but
I like the top rope Tuesday one, the one that I sent you. I really like that one, but it's just the shipping, man, with AEW.
Yeah, and if you order from the store that's meant to be the Euro store now, and their version of it, it's you're limited on sizing as well. I want a mock shirt as well. I've got obviously a Blackpool Combat Club one, but I want a proper mock shirt as well. But then again, it's like I say, shipping them in. It's just absolute costs just as much as a t-shirt.
Me and you, like, so I want some NJPW merch at some point soon. We'll sort that out. We'll put an order together.
Yeah, well, there's only that mock shot hoodie, I think. But yeah, we'll sort that out. I think.
Actually, one thing I remember from Dynamite. Short Umino's cut his hair. He's got short hair. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Where's my boy's long locks?
I was surprised that he's showing up in that. But hey, so
I finished Double or Nothing.
Oh, have you?
Okay.
It took you a week.
No, I finished it like after we spoke. I enjoyed it more than King and Queen of the Ring and Backlash.
Oh,
I thought the steel cage match, as much as I don't like all the blood and shit, I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Did you watch it all, or did you skip some?
No, watched it all.
So do you get what I mean with that blood and that cage match? It was needed at that point in the show.
It's when it's needed in certain parts, perfect. And that's
I'm hoping the blood and guts all the way through, mate. I
liked Gangrel. I know you didn't. I really liked
Gangrel. I loved it.
And I don't agree with you with the double swerve. I liked it. When you said you didn't need the double swerve, you could have missed it out. I agree they could have missed it out and it wouldn't have made a difference. But I kind of liked, oh my God, they're actually siding with him.
Yeah, I will. Like, I didn't. You could have missed it out, but at the same point, it was good on the night. I enjoyed it on the night.
Yeah.
And you say it's just on hindsight, it's one of the things. Like, yeah, I didn't need that.
Tony Storm don't give a shit about. I'm sorry, I don't care.
I like that she's trying to keep gimmick alive, though.
I agree. That's what I like. But her matches, I can't watch. They're boring.
It wasn't a great match. Serena Deeb. It wasn't a great match. That was one of the matches I could have done without.
What else was there? Swerve and Christian. It was okay. It weren't as good as I thought it was going to be. But it didn't have a long build up. To be fair, did it? It had a couple of weeks.
No, the only thing that they kind of tied in is his issues with Nick Wayne,
and John. I've got something to say to you.
What?
And I said 2 years ago when we started doing the podcast, I said I would never ever like him. I would never like him.
Are you going to be honest with this? We spoke about this thing.
I know. I edited out the video, but I'm going to be perfectly honest with him. I fucking enjoyed the Anarchy in the arena, and I fucking enjoyed. I am enjoying what Nick and Matt are doing. I absolutely fucking love it, and I love what Jack Perry brings to it.
Yeah.
When I said with Jack Perry, when I said about Jungle Boy a couple of months ago or last year, when I said I could care less about him, when he came out with jeans and boots, and it was like, what is he?
It works now.
It's so good.
He has, and I don't give CM Punk props much, and I don't. But Jack Perry needs to send a very nice letter to CM Punk saying thank you for saving my career.
Yes,
I agree. I think the EVPs, Okada. I've never watched Okada before. I think Okada's absolutely quality.
Okada's the obscure one in the group. I'm still unsure what he brings to that group as such. They
I
could
think
have
it's
done
like,
that.
I just think it's like they needed like a Kenny figure in there.
Yeah. Which they could have done with anybody. I don't get me wrong, Ricardo puts on good matches. He really does.
Yeah, he does.
He does. Would I confidently say this is what I remember? I would say this is probably Matt and Nick's best work, period. And I've not been following them all their career, followed them for long enough to be able to say I absolutely adore the Young Bucks. I think the work they did in ROH, New Japan was great. The best match they ever had belongs to New Japan. It's them against the Golden Lovers. By far the best match, storytelling, all that. But I think this work is their best work because they are doing what everybody has moaned and complained about them for the last 5 years online for doing. So they're just fucking doing it. Booking himself in title matches, being assholes because they're EVPs. Why not? Rub it in people's face. Do it. That's what
Give
people's giving
Jack
them shit
Perry
for.
that TNT title.
Yeah, they should have handed it.
title.
They should have handed him that belt. They shouldn't be.
That was the work this week, weren't they? So they were working it in. Jack Perry. They want to give Jack Perry the title, but then I like that they've put CD in as like a general manager opposition to them, which is pretty cool. Tony
I would have
needs
preferred
to stay
that
off
role.
TV now.
I would have preferred that role to be Kenny, though.
I think it would be
if he didn't need surgery.
If he didn't need, it didn't need surgery. I think the issue with Kenny doing things is CD can take a kicking now and they can attack CD backstage and do whatever, and push the power. They can't do much with Kenny just yet.
Yeah, I suppose.
And that's the problem. I do believe that when Kenny comes back, he will have that. He will then align with CD and do the EVP role better.
Mm-hmm.
But like having the Acclaim coming out backing him up this week on Dynamite, that's good because that's going to get Acclaim back on TV. We all love Acclaimed on TV. But no, this is definitely Matt and Nick's best work right now. 100%.
I said I hated what they did previously. I couldn't stand it, like the super kick thing and what Steve Cutler that was coming out with him. Was that his name? Brandon Cutler. Hey, I couldn't stand him. I thought he was an absolute douche. I've never said douche in my life. I'm 35 and I've just said douche.
I think if you're like me and Ted and you've watched BTE, you have a soft spot for Cutler.
Yeah.
I got a cameo from Brandon Cutler. He were really nice. He called me 2 contracts head. I'd say it were really nice. It were really, really good.
Why are you else you contracted to? You should be just us.
It was when I got the promotion to go upstairs to CP. I checked myself and got myself a cameo from him.
It wasn't. It was when you got your SRM.
Yeah, that's the one. It was when I got my promotion at work.
At work, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Well, me and Matt's made it through 2.5 years. I never mentioned that
saying the company's name.
Get down his evaluation,
don't mention it. Yeah, we'll write that down. So no beard.
Beard.
What else was there?
That's probably our fault, though. Matt,
Jericho. The Jericho hook Shibata. I could have just left without Shibata.
Yeah. I think they're just working Shibata in because they've got him over there, so they're putting him in matches.
I know. I get why, but I could have. If Shibata were in that match, it would have been okay.
Do you understand what I mean by a big bag of dice now, though?
Yeah. Put Lego there would have made more sense.
Yeah. It would have made a little thumbtacks.
Because there was loads of thumbtacks in the main event. They had sleeves with thumbtacks on, masks. Like, why have you not used thumbtacks? It would have been
funny though if you'd picked the wrong bag up and it actually was thumbtacks.
And it was thumbtacks. Yeah, I agree.
I did criticize him this week after obviously the review of that. I did criticize that. But Dynamite this week, I did enjoy the Learning Tree segment.
Yes,
because Brian Keefe linked up with them, and it looks like we're going to get an almighty tag team coming of Samoa Joe and Hook.
I like that.
Yeah, I hope so.
And I just want to see Samoa Joe and Hook suplex and submit so many people.
It'd be sick.
Like, the only thing is,
and Hookhausen.
The only thing is the Young Bucks have got the titles. I can't see maybe work the way up there, but even getting managed by Taz would be great.
Why don't you just add a third so they can go out after Bullet Club Gold? Add a third to the tag team. Yeah. Someone else.
I enjoyed that match. I enjoyed the trio, the trio titles match. I enjoyed that match.
Yeah, it was a good match. The only one there's the Tony Storm one I could have left off, and the Orange Cassidy Trent one.
Oh, I have got my criticism.
Okay.
Mercedes Moné and Willow. So my criticism of it is, I feel like Willow could have done with that title a bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Willow. I think she's not held it long enough, and I think she was starting to find a way with it. I know why they give it to Mercedes. I get it. Mercedes ain't an AEW wrestler. No one can convince me.
No,
she's a WWE wrestler. That match was WWE. All over it. No one can convince me she is an AEW wrestler. You watch Britt Baker in the ring, she's an AEW wrestler. Or Thunder Rosa. Or even Deonna. She was in NXT originally, but she's been TNA, she's in AEW. She looks like she's been there for years. Mercedes Moné, yeah, I get it. She's only just got there. Will she get better over time as an AEW wrestler? Potentially. Her promos are WWE. The in-ring work was WWE. I don't think I'm going to enjoy Mercedes Moné in AEW.
Can I just
That's my only criticism. The main criticism of the whole show was the two women's things. I like the Chris Statlander heel turn, because I said to you, for Chris Statler, for me to care about someone, they need to do something. Jack Perry did that with the scapegoat, and I care about Jack Perry, and I want to see Jack Perry. EVPs have changed what they're doing, and now they're fucking full on heels, and I want to know what they're doing. Chris Statlander's turned heel. I'm very interested to see where that goes.
Now she's got an extra heel on that as well, because she stabbed Orange in the back this week too.
Yeah.
So that's an extra heat on her, because Orange is well over, and
I do like Willow.
Willow's good. I do like Willow. I just think I can agree with you. If anybody else other than Mercedes Moné was in that match, I would have had Willow for the win.
Yeah.
But they were putting a title around Mercedes Moné. Could have took it off Tony Storm. Yeah, but I also think that's Paige's again soon. Or Soraya's. I think that's what they're going.
You've got the history there between Paige and Mercedes.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, are they swerving that completely? Because they've not even had like an interaction at all. So are they swerving that whole thing?
Or because of how pissed off Saraya is right now, are they going to give her money to try and appease it? Because she was pissed off that a match got cut from last week's Dynamite. She was supposed to fight.
Yeah, she was.
I can't remember who she was supposed to wrestle, but the match got cut. And it's on this week, so if I'm not wrong. They moved it a week ahead.
Yeah, they moved it to this week.
Mariah May's who
it was Mariah May.
Oh, it was Mariah May.
Yeah.
I feel really bad, but I get her and that. The one that's with Saraya, I get her and Mariah May confused.
Yeah, they're both.
Is it Haley? I can't remember.
Haley,
that's the one.
So, before we get into, I want to talk about NXT. There's a big week for NXT this week. And then just go through the shows dead quick. Some little news. We talked about at the start of the thing. Contracts. A lot of contracts for WWE are up. We know Becky Lynch is now a free agent. She can go to anywhere she wants. Is she going to go AEW? Is she going to go TNA? Is she going to go Preston City Wrestling? We don't know. What we do know is she's taking time off for a bit. She's actually going to be a mum. I think that was the original plan after WrestleMania, and then Rhea got injured, so they had to try and.
Yeah, I think she was meant to have just some time off when she was with Seth.
Yeah, with Seth, and then Rhea got injured, so they brought her back to win the title for Liv to beat her. So it means more for Liv. I'm guessing that's why they did it, and it gives her more bullets in a gun to say, "I took out Rhea, I beat Becky," kind of thing.
Yeah.
I took Dom, I took Finn, took the Judgment Day. Why you kiss JD McDonough is beyond me, but Pop Funko, AO. Chad Gable's contract runs out at the end of the week. Chad Gable, at the moment, hasn't signed a new contract. However, there has been a crucial factor come out in him signing him signing a new contract, the big factor is him winning the Intercontinental Championship at the next pay-per-view.
Which
In the
last night
future.
at Raw.
I think it's either going to be Clash, and it could be like a submission match or something like that. Or
It's been announced for Clash.
Has it been announced for Clash? Cool. So he'll win it for Clash. So that's him signing a new contract. That's done. Ricochet. We know Will Ospreay came out last week and said that he can't believe how WWE have treated him. And that he'd have amazing matches wherever he goes. His contract runs out, and he's apparently already attracted interest from AEW. Mark Henry in AEW, Jack Hager, and Paige Van whatever her name is.
Anderson.
Sorry?
And
Anderson. Yeah, of all their contracts have expired. I mean,
he'll be in WWE soon on. He'll be Cody's manager.
Ann and Mark will both be in WWE. Jake Hager just do what he's do independent shows. Probably go TNA.
Tell you what. Actually, speaking of Mark Henry, just on a side note, I'm watching Most Treasured, and he's in an episode with Big Show about Andre the Giant, and I never realised how much of an emotional guy Mark Henry is. He's very, very, very emotional. Like, he cried a lot, like, during that episode. Like just how much Andre meant to him and stuff. It was quite, it's a bit strange, though, like, to see someone like that who puts on that big man persona be that. You were very, very, like, soft's not the word. No, like, very. I can't think of the right terminology to use. It was very nice to see that sort of big man mentality, like
big side of him.
Yeah, that soft side of him, like softer side of him, which were nice to see. But so I've been apparently Thingy was backstage as well on Raw, for Top Dollar, and he was doing the Most Treasured stuff before. So I'm wondering if he's going to make a come. I'm going to wonder if he's going to potentially come back, maybe not on screen. Maybe just doing the backstage stuff.
Well, he is with TNA.
Yeah.
Oh, is he full time with TNA?
He's the digital media champion.
Oh, right, okay.
And he's doing some stuff in NWA as well.
Yeah. So if they've got a deal, by the looks of, well, we know they've got a deal with TNA now, NXT wise. So possibly, wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, I mean, other news, there's nothing major at all. Christian and Brian Cage have both come out and said their contracts are long for AEW, so they're not going anywhere. Brian Cage doesn't see himself going anywhere else other than staying with AEW.
I just wish they booked him better.
Yeah, they've actually put him on TV a bit more.
Yeah.
He's getting a bit more TV time now with the Gates of Agony, now the split from Swerve. They get a bit more time.
Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Swerve's house. Yeah. So, and then Edge, Adam Copeland, has broken his tibia. Apparently, it's everyone backstage just took it bad because he was obviously on a roll and he brought a good atmosphere to to backstage. So he's going to be out for some time. Obviously, we've seen that on Dynamite with the TNT title. And Tony Khan is trying to get the Motor City Machine Guns in AEW.
He has been for a bit. I'm really shocked that they aren't already done, dusted, signed, to be honest.
Jeff Hardy's contract's apparently been extended.
I didn't want that. I wanted him gone.
See, I don't know. It happened before with someone when they get injured. I think they would redo it as well if they're out for length of certain injuries.
Yeah, when they're injured,
that's added on at the end.
Yeah, they had it on at the end. So Jeff apparently was supposed to end with Matt's. With his injury, it's added a significant amount more time. So Jeff, no matter what Matt's doing, Jeff ain't following for some time now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, apart from that, I don't think there's been anything else looking at it. I think the big talking point was NXT.
It was.
Start with NXT.
let's save NXT. Let's do a rundown of the rest of the shows. Quick rundown of the rest of the shows, and then we're gonna have a good chat about NXT. I feel like NXT was the.
I think that's one that we want to speak about the most.
It had the best. I think one person themselves created over 100 million views online.
I tried to.
Huh?
I tried to. Just don't get anywhere with it. Because you guys don't friggin' follow.
By the way, why Matt says that, they're all down there below. Don't
forget
the
link I was trying to go to. That was what I was trying to do.
But yeah, let's have a quick rundown from the shows.
Yeah, do you want to go with Dynamite?
Yeah, if you want. We'll start with Dynamite and we'll have Raw and SmackDown. I've got Dynamite up because if you watch this regularly, you know I've got a brain like a sieve. I don't take nothing in.
Mm-hmm.
So, show opened up with Mercedes Moné celebrating her TBS championship. Crowd was popping for her, loving it. And then we had Sky Blue pop up on the Titantron, showing it that it was her that attacked Mercedes Moné a few weeks back, which then led up to a match set up later that night between her and Sky Blue came out and attacked her, and it set up for a match between Mercedes and Sky Blue later that night. The Bucks came out to address the TNT Championship, and obviously per Adam Copeland's injury, and need not be able to defend it. They spoke about it. They tried to give it to Jack Perry. Christopher Daniels came out and told he's been made a interim EVP by Tony Khan's away, and they can't just make the decisions no more. And there's going to be a tournament which started that night. I'll check in a moment, but it started. Then the first match was Swerve with Prince Nala against Killswitch. Good showing by Swerve. Killswitch didn't do too bad either. He won. I think he went over clean as well. Don't remember anybody getting involved.
Yeah, everyone it was just a clean, straight match.
And obviously cut off Killswitch's ponytail at the end.
He's not gonna be happy with that.
Oh no. Then Tony Schiavone made the announcement for Sky Blue and Mercedes Moné. Moxley cut a promo, so he's not 100%, but he's never 100%, and it doesn't matter. He's going to take on Rocky Romero tonight in an eliminator for the New Japan title. Then he's done till ready for Forbidden Door. And then we had TV time with Chris Jericho and Big Bill.
Really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's just a very cheesy act right now. I did moan about it last week, saying I'm not into it, but this week I got a little bit excited because obviously Brian Keith's lined himself with him, but then Hook come out, suplexed a couple of security guards, and then Samoa Joe literally came out of nowhere, whispered the Hook, and they walked off. So we might get something from him and Hook hopefully soon. Then we had some video vignettes.
I think what vignettes there were.
There was highlights of Kester and Mox from Sunday, and then there's a video through of Stephanie Van Cure.
Oh yeah, that's the one that I was talking to you, Matt, about. No, the NJPW one. But she's really good at it.
NJPW and CMLL veteran. So obviously they've got that partnership with CMLL at the moment. Then we had match 2, which was Moxley against Rocky Romero. Decent match again. Rocky Romero's somebody needs a bit more TV time in New Japan and here as well. He's decent when he gets on. Straight match as well. Mox won. Then we had a backstage segment between Joe and Hook and Renee. Don Callis then came out with contract in hand, brought out Orange Cassidy. Cassidy ripped up the contract. Then Stoltly Halfway came out with Statlander, basically telling them that he never liked OC, never did. And then Statlander says the contract that was offered there wasn't actually for him, it was for her best friend. And Trent then appears in the ring, attacks OC, signs contract. He's now aligned with Don Callis' family. They set up Will Ospreay.
Am I the one that likes Don Callis, by the way?
I hate Don Callis.
I don't
think
mind
he's
it.
fantastic character.
A great character, but I just hate Don Callis.
Yeah, no, as a character and the way he portrays himself on TV, I think he's absolutely fucking fantastic.
I get him from. He's doing his job, and that's why I dislike him.
I think this is a massive missed opportunity. I think this would have been interesting. Orange lining himself
with him. I do.
The only thing is I feel like Orange he's too over. It's like the John Cena effect, if you get what I mean. We couldn't, even for years WWE said we couldn't make John Cena heel because kids love him. I feel like that Orange has got himself into that space now for AEW. So maybe. Don't get me wrong, I would like to see how they work the heel Orange Cassidy run.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That'd be interesting to see.
Great. They announced Will and Kyle O'Reilly for Collision. I don't think I watched Collision this week.
It was a very good match.
Very good match. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that match. I didn't watch anything else on that show.
I can't remember I watched Collision. I watched so much on Saturday because I could literally call up with Vin on Saturday because there was no football on Saturday. But then I had an outfit night. Yeah. Then that caused me a lot of stress the rest of the night.
Bellingham.
Bellingham. Yeah. No, when you're working, mate.
Oh no, I was ill. I was watching it.
Yeah, and everybody's trying to use an app that crashed.
Well, Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
cut that bit out. Carry on. Sorry.
Then more promos. Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard talking about what Garcia's got next, and he's going for the International Championship against Will Ospreay. Then we had match 4, which was the TBS title. Mercedes Moné versus Sky Blue.
You'll never guess what happened.
Yeah, it's Mercedes Moné won over.
No.
I know, mate. Blew my mind as well.
Yeah, and then there was more Chris Statlander and Stokely talking about obviously turning on her and stuff like that and looking after Willow no more. Then the books came out with Okada and Jack Perry. Obviously, this is where they explained and tried to give Jack the title more. It's handed over and they gave Okada a Lamborghini on TV.
That Lamborghini. I'm not going to sing it, sorry.
I genuinely thought when they did this, though, that somebody was going to get out and smash the Lamborghini up because the way he drove it in, it had like the face of the driver covered up.
Yeah.
But like, oh,
I thought it was going to be Hangman. I thought it was going to be Hangman coming back.
Or Brian getting out and just absolutely trashing it.
I forgot about Hangman, you know.
Yeah, where's Hangman? I feel like I need to create missing posters for AEW.
Yeah.
Where's Hangman?
And Danhausen.
Danhausen's doing tours around the UK and working GCW, mate. He's working. Hangers has just disappeared from TV.
Did he have something actually? He had something personal going, didn't he?
Yeah, CM Punk called him a little bitch and he's been on TV. No, I'm joking. I just like to get a reaction.
The last thing he did was with Strickland. Not the Texas Deathmatch. He did.
It was the match.
It was the triple threat.
Triple threat match after, wasn't it? With Samoa Joe, and then he's just disappeared. But yeah, so they tried giving Jack Perry a title, and obviously, as I explained before, Christopher Daniels came out, been made interim EVP, and they can't just make whatever they want go. Then they went to go attack him, and the Acclaim came out to back him up, which I found it odd that the EVPs were a bit like, they don't really get involved in that. I do love Bowens and Caster, and Big Daddy Ass. Big fan of Bowens though, because he's on he pays his big hunts every now and then, so I do love Bowens. And I like the Bowens.
The way you went, I liked Big Daddy Ass.
Yeah.
The way you said it kind of like, in my head was like, that doesn't sound right.
I do love me some Big Daddy Ass.
Yeah.
Flip it as you want, mate.
I didn't see your history. Carry on.
clip it and ship it.
Do what you want with it. But yeah, so it's good to see them back on TV on Dynamite. That was one of the things Jericho said as well this week, that he's going to be on Rampage less, or Collision, whichever one it is, and more on Dynamite.
Does anyone even watch Rampage anymore?
Just Matt Maynard's going to be the new commentator.
On, yeah. But yeah, then we had the heavyweight, because Forbidden Heavyweight Championship Casino Elimination Gauntlet match.
Bit of a mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it was a weird it was a weird battle royale as well.
Yeah, it started with Jay White and Pac.
Mm-hmm. Then with Bill.
I'm reading it as it goes through. Courts through the 2 count. Mystico's number 2, which is cool. What have you got there?
Sin Cara.
Good old Mick. Look at that. Who's that fella beside him?
It's a skinny bastard. That's who it is, mate. Look at that. 2008, that was. The year after United won the Champions League, that I went to see Mick Foley and get my book signed by him. And that's the picture. Do you know what? I'm sorry, I'm sorry I cut you all off. But I was just, something came up on my memories on my computer and I saw it and I thought, I'll put it there. So there you go. Mick Foley.
You know, I'm all on board as much Mick Foley as we can on this podcast.
Yeah. Mick, listening. We'd love to have you on as a guest.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on. Sorry, mate.
Sorry.
But yeah, then, by the way, if we got Mick Foley and he had Fangirl, I would be like you when we had that guy from Flow Wrestling on.
I wasn't fangirling. I was nervous. I just didn't know what to say.
Fangirling.
I definitely wasn't fangirling because I didn't even know who he was, to be quite honest with you.
You were fangirling on what he was saying.
Yeah, to be fair, he's talking about meeting all these legends and talking to all these wrestlers, and I'm like, I work for Sky, a company that we don't mention. See, you got me doing this.
Yes, get it.
Cutting that out twice now.
It's another beep.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm not dropping
Jesus Christ.
Not happening. I've got more control. I just drop obscenities and say things about Matt. That's my thing.
Fucking does.
The abuse.
I've just stopped. I've been really good though recently. You've got to admit I've been good recently.
You have to be fair. Fair. I give you that.
After you complain about me saying about you having Alexa Bliss in your basement.
Yeah, that's fine. She hasn't. She was on Twitter the other day, watching Miss Rachel with her baby. So
in his basement.
Shout out to Miss Rachel if you know who Miss Rachel is.
No idea who Miss Rachel is.
It's my nephew watches him when he's learning shit.
But yeah, then Mystico came out, which I believe is Kalisto.
No, it's Mystico's Sin Cara.
That's the one, Sin Cara.
They're equally as terrible. Like both.
Yeah.
Great.
So yeah, we had Mystico.
Then weren't it Billy the Goat that came out next?
Yeah, then Ospreay.
Mm-hmm.
Billy the Goat. Then Shooter Uno. Shotter Uno. Shotter.
And he's cut his hair.
And he's cut his hair. Ted was surprised by that.
I don't know how I feel about it, John.
Oh, you were as well, yeah.
I'm not very happy that he's cut his hair.
Maybe we're going to get the full Mox turn now. He's doing some time in America.
I hope so. This would be good for him if he did a bit of a run in AEW now.
Bit of a tour.
Yeah.
Then Claudio came out. Now, I do remember this bit. Claudio gave everybody a big swing and then went to grab the ref to give him a big squid. And it was Bryce. Is it Bryce Turner?
Bryce,
okay. Yeah. The ref was on the ring like, no, Claudio, no. And he's like, oh, sorry. So, yeah. And then we had Leo Rush. So the Forbidden Door was open again. Leo Rush. But I was a bit annoyed by that Leo Rush. It should have been Blackheart Leo Rush.
Yeah, he should be.
The work he's doing with that at the moment is really cool. Dane Cassidy, even though he got attacked earlier on in the night, came out.
You're banged up.
Taped up around his head. Literally flicking through this to see if I can see. Oh, I forgot. I need to watch that again. Shooter hit a paragon shift from Cassidy.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's really weird. Shota uses Mox's moves, and it's really weird. Yeah.
But yeah, ultimately that's it. Everybody came out. Juice tried to help White out, but Willie won it.
Yeah.
So our number one contender for Forbidden Door is Will Ospreay. Swerve came out, they had a bit of a stare down. I do feel though, I said this to you the other day when you sent this picture of it in the chat, I do feel that's 2 months too early.
I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
I agree.
Don't quite understand why we've pulled the trigger, like, unless
So early.
So
unless they're planning on something massive at all
Yeah.
in with Ospreay for the title against somebody. Don't know.
Or are they going to surprise us by not doing it? Because I'm thinking about this. All expectation is the main event's going to be Will Ospreay against Swerve.
Yeah.
Or are we going to run it back with MJF versus Adam Cole?
Or are we going to get some sort of match of MJF, Adam Cole, Swerve as the main event?
Will has to be in there.
I think Will have a
has
big
to
match.
Be in the main event in All In.
Yeah, they'll do what they did this on Thingy, be the co-main event, whatever. I don't know. Don't get it wrong. If he wants to feed and keep people interested and rebook it All In again next year at Wembley, I think he needs to put the main event needs to be Will Ospreay lifting the title.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But then he's also got this intercontinental championship, whatever it is.
You can lose that to whoever.
It's got Daniel Garcia in a couple of weeks. It looks like it. He'll have Daniel Garcia before then. So if he drops at Daniel Garcia, because there's interference from Swerve or somebody, then fine. But I do believe we'll get a big Will match, big Willie match. But yeah, that was Dynamite. I haven't watched Collision and I haven't watched. I feel like I have, but I don't remember him. So I'm going to watch him in a bit anyway. But yes, that was Dynamite.
Smackdown. We opened with Nick Aldis in the ring and brought out our new Queen of the Ring. She demanded Bayley came out. However, as Bayley was walking out, Piper Niven and Chelsea Green attacked her from behind. Obviously setting up a match, which the commentator made me laugh. I was like, I don't know why Piper Niven's all of a sudden attacking Bayley. But the pay-per-view's in Scotland. She's from Scotland. She wants a title match in her home country. Think about it, Wade.
Come on, Wade.
I've already got issues with Wade after what he said about Eric Ten Hag before the FA Cup final.
So has he apologised to you yet, by the way?
Has he? Fuck, I have tweeted him several times. So you need to apologise. He's a Preston fan though, so
if you're kicking off a Wade Barrett, can you use your own Twitter handle to kick off a Wade Barrett, not the wrestling fellas?
I'm not doing that in hours. No, I'm not doing that in hours. Don't worry. Keep football off ours.
So what you do? I've got an idea. You go in, you give him shit in your own handle, switch to ours, go in and defend him. He might follow us.
No, I'm not defending him. After what he said, I'm not defending him.
Say what he wants back to that.
Whatever, talk ill about my manager. So anyway, Piper and Chelsea attacked Bayley. It was obviously announced before the King and Queen of the Ring that the winners of the tournament would face the champions at the time at SummerSlam. Excuse me.
So we get to watch Nia Jax in a title match. Woo. Yeah.
She's probably gonna fucking win, unfortunately. The first match of the night set up an intriguing, maybe breakup of a tag team. Was Ciampa versus Austin Theory with Waller and Gargano at ringside. Match was okay. It wasn't the best match I've ever seen in my life, but it was good for what it was. It's obviously to set up a tag title match and set up the implosion of Waller area effect thing.
A-Town Down Under, innit?
A-Town Clown, or something like that. A-Town Clown or something, yeah. And Gargano, not Ciampa either. Waller shouted to the commentators, Barrett and Graves, that the only reason Austin Theory is relevant is because of him, because of the Grayson Waller rub.
Yeah.
And then when Gargano heard him say it, he's pointing over it and going, "Have you heard what he's just said about you?" And then they're arguing, and then Ciampa rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. guy at Ciampa wins. And then they were arguing after it. So it looks like we're getting a title shot, DIY, Waller Theory effect, and then the breakup.
Let's hope DIY win.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd love nothing more to see DIY with the WWE tag team titles.
But yeah,
Ciampa go full Goldie again.
So Ciampa, Ciampa is one of them people. I realised that, like, when he sells an injury, he sells it so well that you believe it. Like, I know, like, obviously, I'm an intelligent wrestling fan. I can generally tell when someone's not hurt and who's hurt. But Ciampa's like one of the only ones.
Are we intelligent?
I don't know.
Are we though?
I'd like to think so.
The crown fits perfectly in Nia Jax's head, Bleacher Reporters, but it did, to be fair. It looks better than what she had
It looks
it
like
on
they
at
made a
the
bigger crown,
pay-per-view.
though. That's definitely been remade.
Either that or, no, because the hair was up and the hair was inside it and it came out. Whereas on the pay-per-view, she just put it on top of her head and it looks like a Burger King paper one. AJ Styles was shown asking Aldis if he could have some time on the mic. He was in a blue suit. We know what happens when you're in a coloured suit. We know what happens.
Mark
You weren't fooling me, AJ. You weren't fooling me. He looked emotional.
He did.
He didn't. He just looked like AJ, to be fair. So I thought, anyway. And then we had Andrade versus someone who I thought had been released, Apollo Crews.
I thought he would go.
He got brought up with the last draft.
Yeah, and then wasn't seen on Raw at all throughout it all. And then apparently got drafted on this one. And this is his first. I think it's his first time he's been seen over the main event.
I believe Andrade, though, wasn't happy with the booking this week.
So yeah, he's made a really good point though. Like, a fan asked him, why is it always the Latinos fighting the Latinos? And he put back, that's what I think as well. So he's obviously not.
Andrade, and I don't get me wrong, when Andrade in NXT, Black and Gold NXT, was shit on.
Yeah, it was.
But I think Andrade has got an ego bigger than his in-ring talent. I think in Andrade's world, he is the heavyweight and the undisputed world champion, Intercontinental and USA champion, as well as tag team champions and the female champion. I think he's got a bit of an ego problem.
So it's starting to look that way though, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I agree.
Alberto Del Rio all over again.
I won't go that. Fucking hell.
No.
I mean, seen the way he is with Charlotte. Charlotte would kill him.
Yeah.
Like Ric Flair ripping his shirt off.
Ric Flair on his own would absolutely kill him.
Let's go, Andrade.
Woo! Woo!
I might die 6 times while we're scrapping, but
we'll have an heart attack in the middle of it, but we'll still keep going. I'll still smoke a spliff as I'm killing you.
Got one left in the chamber, and it's for you. Come on. But there's a couple of chunks you need to cut out anyway, so.
Yeah, we're all good. Don't you worry. I always find ways. Angel Garza showed up at ringside and cheered Andrade on as Andrade beat Apollo, and then he just walked right past him. I don't know. I just don't. Yeah. I think they're trying to find something for Fantastic, but Fantastic. That's the one. I think they're trying to find. It's like the LWO. The LWO, everyone's fucking injured, so they're trying to find something for Ray to do.
He's on the opposite show now. They split that up, and they're still going on. Like,
no, I know. I know that's what I mean. Like LWO and Raw, they're all frigging injured. Bar Vega. Oh no, Vega's even injured.
They had Braun Strowman lining with him last night, but
yeah. So, and then on SmackDown, they've got nothing for them that, and Santos has got a little injury or something, so that's why he's not been wrestling. Like, and they're trying to find something to do, trying to keep him relevant. Backstage, Nick Aldis granted Naomi and Bayley a tag team match against Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, and then LA Knight was showing about asking about Logan Paul, so it looks like we're going to get Logan and LA Knight very soon for the US title. Carmelo Hayes was backstage, messed up the segment. Instead of saying, what did he say? He said instead of saying someone, he said something else.
He said he should have said Logan, but he said
Yeah.
He said night instead.
And then he went and took to Twitter and saying maybe I should go back down to NXT. And everyone was like, no. Idiots. Anyway. And then we had the Gorillas of Destiny versus the Street Profits. Very good tag match. I actually really enjoyed it. Yeah. Now I know what you mean. Like watching that match, you can tell like they've been together for ages, and it just worked. Heyman came out before it to try and convince Kevin Owens to back off.
Yeah,
his own safety. Excuse me.
That promo was sick from Heyman.
It was really good from both of them. It was a really good promo exchange. Heyman ended up having a bit of a meltdown and almost caused Kevin Owens to attack him. The Bloodline showed up, but the Street Profits came out as backup. A huge brawl broke out. So Kevin Owens fought to the backstage while everyone else was fighting in the ring, and obviously that set up the rest of the match. God defeated the Profits.
Yeah, they did.
As we expect. Again, Lashley's injured. So Profits have got to get themselves somewhere.
Wouldn't align him though. I wouldn't align him with Kev Owens because you sort of then asking us to forget about the Pride and Powerful till Lashley comes back, and then like I wouldn't lie. I would just have them have that work. I don't know, working in somewhere with like.
I would have had personally, and I don't know how you guys feel, but I would have had DIY backing up Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that makes more sense because they know each other from the Indies and stuff. So that makes a lot more sense than the other way around.
Profits versus
DIY on TV more. No one can complain.
And have Profits versus Theory and Waller for the tag titles. I would have rather have that and then see DIY in a big storyline with the Bloodline. So, but just me personally, and obviously you guys by the sounds of things. Heyman was trying to talk to Solo backstage before the segment. He wanted Solo to focus more on strategy and less on violence. And Tama and Loa would be great X-Men with those outfits. Apparently, I believe to report. But we had Naomi and Bayley.
Did you come out with the helmets on? Sorry, did you come out with the helmets on?
No.
We need the helmets.
Yeah.
The main event, was Bayley and Naomi versus Green and Niven. It's obviously set up Piper and Bayley for Clash, which Bayley's going to win. Which makes me think Drew's winning the world title. Because surely they can't have both and have Drew for another clash where he loses.
2 clashes where none of the homegrown talent wins. Because none of the homegrown talent won in Cardiff.
And Alba Fire and obviously Thingy's going to fight Jade and
See, they could use that to start a storyline between Jade and Bianca if they wanted to.
I think it's too early.
I do think it's too early, but it's WWE.
I think that's what they're going to do. That's going to be the match at Clash. There'll be a triple threat. There'll be Zoe Stark.
I don't think Jade and Bianca will lose the title soon, though.
No, I'm not saying.
SummerSlam.
I'm backing what you're saying.
Right, okay.
That's what I mean. So that you can have Alba Fire and fucking can't think of it. Thank you. You can have them lose. You're gonna have Piper lose, and then you're not gonna have Drew lose as well. Potentially Gallus might even get in the card. I'd be very surprised if they don't.
See, I've said Gallus to back up Drew against Priest and Judgment Day. Because Priest, even though he doesn't want to, Judgment Day seem to be getting involved in it. And it'd be a cool way to introduce the Gallus lads to the main roster, is aligning with full heel Drew. And have them as this, don't even give them a name, this stable with Drew, and they're just running right with Drew as the champion.
Monsters.
Imagine Gallus and DIY.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Right, it'd be sick. It was a good tag match. Chelsea Green's sick. I love Chelsea Green anyway. And I was watching a podcast the other day on YouTube, and as they were talking, I was like, Chelsea Green needs to hold a women's title somewhere down the line. Even if it's just for like she wins it like Money in the Bank and then someone cashes in straight away, keep a character going, like it'd be sick. But Piper, Niven, and Chelsea Green beat Bayley and Naomi. But yeah, good, decent SmackDown. It set up it started planting seeds for a few things. The implosion of Waller and Theory, setting up clash at the castle between Piper and Bailey. And then obviously carrying on the bloodline shit that we're seeing every week. No Cody Rhodes. Oh, wrestling. I mean, Cody Rhodes wrestling. I'm going to get into AJ in a minute. But we had no Cody wrestling on SmackDown. No Logan. His name was dropped, but no Logan. And then we had the retirement of the phenomenal AJ Styles. Or did we? Swerve.
I don't think we did, mate.
Not Strickland. He came out with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, who we're not seeing because they've been in NXT.
So that was, take away the pastel coloured suit.
Oh no,
that was the moment when I watched. Obviously, I knew what happened because I've said it before I get the results to my phone the next morning. I always have a good little glance at them, see if it's worth watching. At that moment, if I hadn't seen the results, when he came out, high-fived, whatever he did, the Good Brothers,
too sweet.
That moment, I knew that was a swerve.
Yeah.
It's been hating you, don't it?
Yeah, I know.
Pushed them away for the past fucking 3 months.
Yeah. They pushed them away that far, they fell in NXT.
Exactly. And now they're on fucking Battleground.
Hey, don't hate the Good Brothers.
I don't mind that.
No, I'm not. I'm not hating him. Mia Yim wasn't there. She's a part of the club now. So why is Mia Yim not there? Don't know. He came out and pulled the swerve. When you have a colour suit on in WWE, we know what's going down.
Yeah.
Saw it with Mark Henry. Mark Henry's was the best one because literally no one knew what was going to happen. Yeah. And we all legit thought he was retiring. And then when he attacked Cena, it was the exact same thing with AJ. Brought out Cody, attacked Cody. The Young Brothers. The Good Brothers held back security so that no one got involved in the attack.
Do you know what? I'm happy for a run back on AJ Cody.
Yeah,
same.
I am too. We said it needed another match, and the way they're doing pay-per-views at the moment, where it's like one champion, like the WWE champions on one, and then the world champions on the other, kind of thing. I don't like it, but I suppose it gives light and meaning to whoever's defending the championship there. But that's just me. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just think the card for pay-per-views WWE do. Like CAWs, and I'm not talking about full 5-hour pay-per-view. Don't get me wrong, I don't want that. There were some matches on the Double or Nothing card I could have done watching on Dynamite or Collision.
Yeah.
But give us more than 4 matches on a fucking pay-per-view.
That's my only thing about the WWE pay-per-views. Don't get me wrong, they're shorter down. Don't mind the short. But 4 matches, I feel like I'm just getting into it and the main event's coming on.
Yeah, same.
I'm like, are we done? Don't get me wrong, 3 o'clock finish, well, 3:30, 4 o'clock finish over here. Not too bad. Not nearly 6 o'clock. Thank you, AEW.
EU definitely
to the end of that.
But
could be awesome for him to all that.
I feel like that one's gonna be tough unless there's some big matches lined up for it. But I feel like 4 match cards just not enough. You get more matches on Raw.
That's saying something.
And I feel like we could have. Could we have Priest and Cody both defend on the same shows? Yeah. If you want to split them up, do the old fashioned brand split and do pay-per-views each.
Yeah.
They've got the pay-per-views to do that, and that'll work. But yeah. But as Ted messaged in the group, we have now lived long enough as wrestling fans to see the Mark Henry storyline be reused with AJ Styles.
Yeah, I felt so old during that angle because there'd be loads of new fans who'd be like, "Oh my god, what a swerve!" And so I've never seen this done before. We're sat there going,
there's this old guys going,
hang on a minute.
Again. Mark Henry's retirement, pink suit.
Salmon suit.
Watch that.
Honest to God. I know.
As soon as I saw the light blue suit, bro, that's all I needed to see.
I did. As soon as I saw that suit, and then he looked at the way he said to Nick, I need some mic time, I was like, okay, we're getting a swerve to settle Cody, because he wanted Cody a week before. And Nick said no. So, anyway, Teddy, do you want to go talk about Raw? Have you watched the full episode of Raw?
No, it's the 20-minute breakdown while I was in the gym this morning.
Yeah,
Fair play. So none of us have actually watched Raw. We've all watched highlights.
So yeah, I had it on the bike when I on the bike this morning.
All right, give us a breakdown from 20 minutes to 5.
Okay, so we had the opening of the show was Liv Morgan and Dom having a back and forth, wanting Liv, Dom wanting Liv to leave him alone, but he didn't actually say the words. No. So
stop getting him into trouble with Mammy.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't know how to talk to women. He's like me. He gets nervous.
Can I just add something here? The only person I feel sorry about for in this love triangle storyline is Dom's actual wife.
Fair point.
Yeah, I did say.
It's very weird. It must be very awkward for
watching her newlywed husband neck on with Liv Morgan on TV.
And then calling another woman Mammy.
Yeah, exactly. Must be very...
You know what I mean? I'm very jealous.
Yeah.
But
with
at the same
Rhea,
time...
he didn't kiss Rhea on TV.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He's calling him Mammy, like...
That's fine. Yeah. I can get away. I can live with that one. But full on, like, lip lock by Liv Morgan.
Who's single currently. That brought out Finn to basically get in the middle, cop block Dom, and say that leave him alone. You don't want anything to do with you. And then that was the end of that segment. That brought out Sheamus, who was fighting Ludwig Kaiser, based on everything that's been going on between
him
and...
banger.
It was a sick match. It was a quick...
I can't wait for that to go again.
Yeah, I'll take this all night, all day. I quite like Kaiser in the ring. Kaiser works... I didn't expect him to work as good as he does as a singles competitor. He's very, very good.
Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser on his own, I didn't think it would work, and it really does. He's really good.
Yeah, he was very, very good. Kaiser got the win after he chopped... he flipped over, dropped him off the turnbuckle, and then rolled him up for the win.
Lucky bastard.
Matt's found the picture, apparently. Then
John's just sent it in the group.
I've seen the picture. I know it's face.
That's gonna go as our thing now. Profile picture. Carry on.
Okay. And then backstage after the match, we see Dum Dum being shouted at by Finn and the rest of Judgment Day about not doing anything with Liv Morgan. They say that's the problem. He also mentions how he's giving Mammy space. Damian Priest insists he makes things right with Mammy and tells the rest of the crew to remind everyone why they run Raw. Dragon Lee then comes out, and it's him versus Finn Balor.
I forgot about Dragon Lee.
Yeah, so did I. Which is really disappointing, because Dragon Lee's mint. I've seen in his work he did NJ, PW, apart from hurting Hiromu, obviously, was incredible. So I'm very interested to see how he'd work on NXT. I think he probably could have done with a little bit more time in NXT, potentially.
Agreed.
And then bring him up later on, because he seems like a bit of a bit part at the moment. But I don't think they thought they were getting Andrade back. So
what they should have done was have him take over Ray.
Yeah.
They should have done a whole tribute thing to Ray. And then Ray said, I want to give the mantle of the luchador in WWE to Dragon Lee, and do it like that, and have Ray off TV and have Dragon Lee come in as the next Ray. That's what they should have done.
I think that is the long-term plan.
No, I know, but they should have done that. Not because I agree with Ted. Dragon Lee needed to stay in NXT longer. He could have done with a title, tried to go for the title, his matches with Carmelo Hayes, or even try to go against Obafemi for the North American Championship, stuff like that. It would have all worked. Trick Williams now, it would have all worked. I think they've absolutely missed a trick. No pun intended. They missed a trick with that one.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, then we get interference from literally the entirety of Judgment Day in this match. JD comes out, Carlito comes out. I think the only one that didn't come out was
Priest.
Everyone else did, and that led to Finn winning. Then Pat McAfee came out with an interesting line for Braun Strowman coming out. He called him the big white son of a bitch, which is an odd.
Is he wrong though?
He's not, but it's an interesting call. But yeah, then that led him and Ray out, which then they cleared the ring and basically, Strowman cleared the ring and Ray went to check on Dragon Lee. So, but Strowman's well over. I'd probably say he's as over as Otis is at the minute. This led to R-Truth comes up and reminisces about the good old days with the Judgment Day. And the Miz tells him otherwise. R-Truth tells Miz he's borderline obsessed with the Judgment Day to the point that it's weird.
It was
he walks off. It is.
He said, "Are you sure I'm obsessed?"
Yeah, exactly. I love R-Truth. He's great. But yeah, then Zayn gets on the mic to basically cut a promo, but then he's interrupted by the Alpha Academy theme. Out comes Otis, Akira, Tozawa, and why did I just call Tozawa his full name? I say that felt a bit weird calling him Akira Tozawa. I say it's just Tozawa. Then basically they deliver a message from Chad Gable, which about how much they all suck, and basically Sammy gets on the mic and pleads with them to wake up, and that they're better than that. That he don't need to take that shit from Gable anymore. Which leads to Gable basically attacking Sammy from behind, which causes Otis to look visibly upset, and he's not happy about it. Then Maxine then pleads with Gable to not attack Sammy. She gets on her knees, on her knees. Sorry.
So yeah, no, it's all right. No, I was just remember it then in my head.
He gets in the face of Otis.
Gable gets in the face of Otis, then Tozawa comes in and tries to puts his arm in the way, and then Gable's having to go at Tozawa, and then Maxine comes in and starts begging for him not to attack either any of them.
Yeah,
and that's when Sammy starts getting involved.
Yes, yeah. He then tells her to get up. She actually gets on her knees, tells her to get up. He sends them two backstage.
Yeah, he does.
Tozawa and Maxine. Yes. And then Sammy gets up. And Sammy gets up. They're on the ring side, hugging it out, send them off, and then they're scuffling, Sammy and him, and he throws Sammy into Otis that knocks Maxine Tozawa down.
The old knocking into them.
Yeah.
Blaming it on somebody else.
And then Otis and Zayn look down at they turn as Gable yells, and then they have a bit of
pointing at each other.
Yeah,
like Spider-Man thing.
Yeah. Then, unfortunately, Otis falls for the trick of Gable and slams Sammy instead. And then I didn't see this on the edited version I watched, but apparently he lifted both Maxine and Tozawa together. Otis did, and carried them both backstage. That's low key impressive. I know Otis is
Maxine's like a stick though.
He should have slammed both Sammy and Chad.
Yeah, he should have and walked away.
Yeah.
Not yet. We need to wait for a bigger.
When it happens, when all three of them turn on Gable, Tozawa's going to get the biggest pop he's ever had in his life.
Yes.
Are you ready though to buckle in to Otis Mania?
Mate, I've already got an Otis t-shirt.
Otis winning the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania.
No, so Sammy getting beat by Chad, and then Otis he obviously leaves Chad, but he goes to face against Chad. He's the one that takes it from Chad.
Yeah. I'm up for that. With Maxine in his corner.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. I can't wait. Which led after this all happened, we cut backstage and Bron Breakker's laughing at Adam Pearce. Asks if that's his IC champion. He says he would destroy him. Breakker talks about finally having a match against a real competitor tonight, which is Ricochet. And even though Ilya Dragunov's been saying to Ricochet, "You don't want this match tonight. You're not 100%." But Ricochet's adamant that he wants this fight with Breaker, which leads to this.
Coming to an end, so he don't really care anymore, does
he? Yeah, to be fair, like he'll resign with his girlfriend. Like using the one, like his girlfriend works for the
company. Shit! Yeah, Samantha's there. Oh, he's definitely resigning.
Yeah, he's going nowhere.
What about Samantha?
But yeah, it annoys me knowing things get explained, but other people that review shows still bring it up. Like in this read down of the results I'm reading, it's saying, "Oh, here is the speed champion without his title belt or any acknowledgement of his championship status." They've already said that it's just an X thing. It's not going to be brought up.
Ricochet's already said it. It's not going to be brought up on any shows because it's exclusive to X, so they don't need to.
Yeah, exactly. So I bring that up, guys. Bring things up, but it's a pet peeve. And so when something gets explained, you're still moaning about it. It's like fucking just go.
Internet wrestling community for you. All they do is fucking moan about anything they can get their hands on.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Ronda Rousey being relevant. Carry on.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this match with Bron Breakker and Ricochet. I'm really loving Bron Breakker at the minute.
Me too. Bron Breakker's fucking. I said it before. I said it when he came on. He is the best Raw's got at the moment.
Yeah, he is.
In terms of me being invested into something, because I want to see. I'm excited to see what happens next week and the week after and the week after. Whereas with Drew and Priest, I could take it or leave it. As long as Drew wins the title at the end of it, I don't really care what goes on. I mean, the build up on Raw, to be fair, you're going to come up to it, but the build up on Raw just shows McIntyre's got his thoughts elsewhere.
Yeah.
But like Bron Breakker in the ring, mate, he's just a specimen. He makes things look easy and he makes it look like he's a cruiserweight.
That Frankensteiner were incredible. It just blew my mind. It absolutely blew my mind that he pulled that off. Like as cleanly. I know his dad his uncle Scott made the Frankensteiner a move, but it's still incredible.
He does it better than he could have done.
Yeah, it was still amazing. And I will stand by this. Bron's spear looks legit. It looks like it hurts. It just looks great. And on Ricochet as well, who can take a bump like the best of him. It always does look powerful. And yeah, like eventually Ricochet, because he's not 100%, lost out to Bron. And then Bron went to attack Ricochet after the match and hit him with the stairs like he did to the jobber guy last week who got absolutely killed. Rest in peace. And then, do you see Ilya Dragunov put Bron Breakker into the first row?
Yeah,
He hits him.
Mate, Ilya's fucking
flying.
Ilya's just as good as Bron is. Ilya's just mint.
He literally launched himself at him and put Bron into row one, which were impressive. Because
that's one thing I will say about WWE at the moment is when you think outside the main event, when you look at the likes of Braun and Ilya and Logan and LA Knight, like, and Carmelo Hayes, you know you've got something. Once they go, you know you've got something there. Like Jay as well.
Yeah. 100%.
Whereas with AEW, when I look at it, at the moment, the only person I see going forward, obviously I know we've got MJF come back and stuff, but like Will Ospreay and Swerve, like after that, it just seems like, obviously there's more people, but for me, being invested wise, that's the only things I can go. And Jack Perry.
Yeah.
There's nothing else going forward. But, I mean, I could watch AEW for the next month and I could change my mind.
MJF's back on Wednesday.
Yeah, MJF's back. Obviously, Kenny's yet to come back, but he's on his last legs, isn't he, Kenny? Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then you've got Jericho in tights. Carry on.
Then we cut backstage where we see a sad Dragon Lee being consoled by Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega. Then, because he's not happy about how Judgment Day always cheat, he assures them that the top dog in WWE champion, Rey's gonna handle Damian Priest in the main event. That's basically where that goes.
That works well.
Yeah. Then we lead on to the debut of Kiana James in the in-ring debut of Kiana James versus Natalya
on the main roster.
On the main roster, yeah. So you thought this one was a good match, but I
don't mean good match as in it's a Sasha, Charlotte, Becky thing.
Oh, no,
I mean, for her debut match on Raw, to give her Natalya was the right move. Because they could have just given it to Shayna or Zoe and it wouldn't have flowed as well as it did at the beginning. Towards the end, it got a bit botchy, but the beginning of it, the exchange between her and Natalya, was good for what it was. And to be fair, Kiana was getting a bit of a reaction. Obviously, Natalya gets a reaction half the time.
Yeah.
It was okay for what it was for a debut for her. But I mean, but when I say it was a good match, I mean for a debut on Raw, when she barely did anything in NXT anyway, it was okay. I can think of worse debuts.
Is that
Mordecai?
Oh, fucking don't. I've just realised how long this show is. I thought we were near the game to the end. We're about halfway through Raw at this point. That's just nuts.
Oh, we'll go quickly through the next bits.
Yeah, so the next bits. So we had Braun Strowman versus Carlito. You'll be shocked to hear that Braun absolutely destroyed Carlito He used a different finisher. He just slammed him on his face, which was a bit of a change. He might have done that move before, but I can't remember.
Yeah, he's done it before.
But yeah, then after the match, we had Liv Morgan. So all the Judgment Day come out to attack Braun. They get swatted off at first. Like Dom goes to hit Braun with a chair. Braun punches it down to the floor, backs Dom up into a corner. Liv runs out, stands in front of Dom to protect him, leading to everyone else in Judgment Day, apart from Damien, jumping Braun with a chair and absolutely beating 7 shades out of Braun.
JD did some hard shots there as well.
He did. He didn't mess around.
Yeah.
I think that's some receipts for maybe some tough shots last week.
Probably.
Yeah, there were definitely some rough ones in there. But yeah, then again, Finn were having words with Liv again, getting her to leave Dom alone. Which then led to Cargill and Bianca Belair walking out. Then the cutting a promo in the ring, which led to Baszler and Zoe Stark coming out. They have some back and forth. Adam Pearce comes out, makes a match for the titles for now.
I mean, they're the number one contenders anyway. They won it like the other week.
Yeah, I think everyone's supposed to have forgot about that, maybe. But yeah, then they have a bit of back and forth, very impromptu match. Not really much to write home about. Then the Belair goes for the KOD, goes to basically get the pin, and they're attacked by Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. And Baszler and Stark help with the attack, leaving the champs laying. Which I think
happy with that.
Yeah, I think that's going to lead to a triple threat.
Put some eyes on the tag titles for the women because it's needed since Sasha and Bayley had it and the Iconics. And for me, Belair is probably in top 3 women's wrestlers in WWE. She's fucking mint.
100%. Definitely.
It's just flows, and the way she does it is just easy. But
I thought the same, mate, to be honest. Then we cut to Damien Priest backstage saying that the Judgment Day has had a lot of success tonight and how after tonight he's done with Dominic's father. He continues to talk, but he's cut off by Drew, showing him that his life will be good in 2 weeks when he takes the title from in his hometown of Glasgow, Scotland. He tells Priest he wanted to make this personal, so now this is personal. I'll be seeing you real soon. And then we head to a break, which leads to our next segment, which is the most over person in WWE right now, Jey Uso, coming out to cut a promo in the crowd, setting his sights on Money in the Bank, putting his name. Does that mean he's in the match? It made it sound like he's like saying he's in the match. There's no qualifiers, so
There probably will be, but they'll probably make a story where Adam Pearce has already said you're the first one in.
Yeah, which makes sense. Which makes perfect sense. Then we cut backstage to Lila Valkyrie being asked about Becky Lynch's mindscape after losing last week and how she's going to cope without Becky Lynch. She talks about beating Judgment Day. She talks about beating Damage Control members over the last few weeks, which leads to Io Sky absolutely battering her, backstage, throwing her into everything. I quite like Io Sky when she does a backstage attack because she just screams at him in Japanese, and it makes it sound very intense.
Asuka did that at one point, and it was like it worked well. Shinsuke as well, since when they started doing the whole Japanese thing properly last year, when Triple H let him do it, it worked well. So
then it leads on to the weirdest booking decision I've seen out of Triple H in a while.
Nia Jax won the Queen of the Ring. I'll just throw that out there.
Yeah, Authors of Pain absolutely just shit mixed New Day in like no time at all. Like it was like a squash.
I don't know whether you guys agree, but I think they're leading up to Big E.
Please.
Because Big E's gone for stem cell treatment now.
Don't tease my Matthew.
I'm not. No, it's just the way they're building up. Carrie's trying to get Carrie's trying to get Xavier to leave Kofi because he can do better. AOP and Carrion versus them two. I mean, it's probably not going to be, and we said it at WrestleMania about Big E being involved, but I don't know. Just all roads lead into it, but it could be anyone that come to help the New Day. Do you know what I mean?
That's my next heartbreaking wrestler of the day. Big E says he can't wrestle again.
Big E says he retires. Yeah, I agree.
So,
but yeah, it was a shocking squash match.
Yeah, it's a very weird decision.
Paul Aaron doesn't age one bit, by the way.
No, he doesn't. He
still looks like he did back in 1992 when he was managing LOD.
Yeah. Very much like Paul Rudd. I need to find out what these guys are on. Like, what these guys eat, what lifestyle
he's Ant-Man, so he's a superhero.
Fair play. Fair. Then we're on to the main event.
Yeah.
Ray versus Damian Priest. What's your thoughts on this one, Matt?
It's alright.
I think we spoke.
I don't enjoy Ray matches anymore.
Yeah.
I've stopped. I don't. And people and John don't like it when I say it. I just don't care about Rey Mysterio. Could care less about him. I've stopped caring about him since 1992, I was going to say. Since like 2011, 2012. The little underdog thing doesn't work anymore because he's beat the likes of Big Show, Carly, it doesn't work. Undertaker, it doesn't work. I'm bored of it. Retire. Let Dom take over your reigns.
Yeah, I agree in a way. I do agree.
What did this match do? Like, look at it in a way. What did it do for Priest? What did it do for Ray?
Nothing. Really. It was the aftermatch that did stuff.
Exactly. It was the after stuff we drew.
Yeah.
That has makes that, when I say excitement, it's built my anticipation up for Clash. Ray losing to Damian has done naff all to make me think Damian is a beast.
Yeah, you should have absolutely flattened him if you're going to do it. You should have absolutely just flattened him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've been like that for a while, and John knows I've been like, I just don't enjoy Rey Mysterio anymore. Don't get the whole thing anymore. Just be done with it. Just be a manager for LWO. All you need to do.
Yeah, exactly.
For Dragon Lee.
Yeah, for Dragon Lee it'd be good. I'd enjoy that, to be honest. Yeah. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
I don't get the Carlito thing with Judgment Day. I don't want to see that either.
I think Carlito's been a bit of a miss. I think with the whole Carlito coming back, there's been a bad.
Give him an apple. Let him spit in people's faces and become the US champ like it was 2005. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not a hard.
And give him his old music back, Trips.
I don't understand why he doesn't have his old music.
Because it's Jim Johnson.
Oh, is it Jim? Right, okay.
Yeah.
They're stupid for not fucking
Yeah.
just take it.
I know, they only have the rights to certain superstar songs that Jim's let them buy, like Stone Cold's.
Ones that make sense. The ones essentially that
the
they
legends.
need. Yeah.
Yeah, so. But yeah, no, it was the ending after it. Priest, after winning, Drew came out, attacked him, attacked a few of the Judgment Day members, and then he went outside to clear the table, looked at Michael Cole and said, I'm a hypocrite now, and then Priest put him through the table.
Yeah, and that's how Raw went off there.
And it's still showing that McIntyre's thoughts are just constantly elsewhere.
Yeah.
Instead of being on the business that it needs to be on, the World Championship.
And fighting.
Which slowly makes me think Punk's going to cost him. It's slowly making me think it.
I hope not, because Drew deserves.
Don't think it Clash.
Remember at Clash when we did predictions at Clash, and I said we all said Drew's going to win. Are we going to do it this time round?
He's got to, hasn't he? He's got to.
I might go Damien depending what happens next week.
That'd be a bold move. I think you'd be on your own on that one.
I was on my own in the stadium putting my wands up for Roman Reigns, mate. Everyone fucking hated me around me. They're all fucking telling me to put my hands down. I'm like, they only want me with my t-shirt on.
Yeah. I love that. Absolute heel Matt.
A tribal chief.
You are just acknowledging. I
always acknowledge it. Always acknowledge my tribal chief. Not Solo Sikoa, because he's definitely not a tribal chief. Or The Rock. The tribal chief is Roman Reigns.
And always will be.
Anyway, always will be. But that was Raw. Not in a 5-minute nutshell, but we'll cut it down to it so it's 5 minutes somewhere down the line.
I apologise. It's just
that's all right, don't you worry, man. Raw's a 3-hour show.
Yeah. I don't understand how Ollie Davis does it, man.
He cuts out all the backstage shit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He cuts out. He just literally says 2-second things about each match, and then done and dusted. NXT, we're gonna have to be dead quick with NXT now. It was a good episode. I wasn't expecting much out of it, to be quite honest with you. I knew there was an announcement that Ava was going to announce Roxanne's opponent for Battleground, and I thought it was going to be someone like Bianca or Jade, to try and build up Roxanne and help Jade maybe. But it turns out it wasn't. Now, we got Sexy Red come out first. Don't get me started. I don't like her. I don't want her anywhere near NXT. I hate this kind of thing. John looks like that because he feels the same.
Do you know what? My issue is, and on track it was really, really short, is that person, I feel like, I don't know the full story, but I think something in my head that she's talked herself into an appearance on NXT through social media.
She did.
I hate
She sang Shawn Michaels' theme song on Instagram.
Is that what it was?
Yep.
I hate people that have zero relevance around the world getting chunked in shows. Twerking on a TV program that's aimed at a mature and mixed audience, not for me.
Put it this way, I didn't even enjoy it.
I don't get. I just don't. I don't like it. I know we've had in the past Johnny Knoxville. He is worldwide known.
Yeah, he does something. Like Johnny Knoxville brings eyes to the products where this Sexy Red, whatever the fuck her name is. I've never heard of.
What they did was Penny on NXT. Poppy. Well, I don't know who Poppy is.
Poppy was sick.
That was fine because it was EO's entrance. That's all she did. She didn't do anything else.
That's it. She had relevance. I mean, if you want to bring someone on there and create eyes on, you've got so many up and coming artists out there at the moment that could do a bit of not some fucking. I used to call them SoundCloud artists, and I'll call them TikTok artists that I'm not interested in at all.
Yeah,
I found the segment between her and Trick and who was the other one at the end for the main event.
Lash Legend.
Yeah, I genuinely. Someone said it online, and I agree with him. It felt like the beginning of a Brazzers film video.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like Lash Legend. Never had, never will.
I don't like that entire
group,
to be honest.
No, I don't. I hate Noam Dar being a part of it. Noam Dar's better than that.
Yeah, I thought we were about to scrap them for a second.
I thought the exact same thing.
I thought you were going to say you don't like Noam Dar. We're going to...
No, I like Brazzers. I mean, Noam Dar.
Ideal pass.
I was trying to have a look to see how many followers Sexy Red had, but it's just not coming up on my Instagram. She came out and she made. Yeah, I know. She shown the new North American Women's Championship.
Does look very nice.
Same belt. It looks very nice, but it's white strap instead of the burgundy. And
I didn't like the way she snatched off the table and paraded around, but that annoyed me.
Yeah. No one's won it, so don't pick it up. Just leave it as it is.
But do you know what? I don't mind them picking it up if they give it a bit of respect. Two-handed lifted. No, she's like snatch. Like, no.
Working. Meacham versus Meacham's in NXT. She's going to be in the ladder match for the Women's North American Championship at Battleground. I don't know if we're going to do predictions for Battleground, but I might do something on TikTok. I might put my predictions out there. I have got an idea as well after the video's finished for us.
Okay.
Ridge Holland, I don't care about Ridge Holland. I could care less about Ridge Holland. He's not. He's boring. He's literally boring.
But he's from Yorkshire.
I don't give a shit if he's from Yorkshire or Manchester or in London. He's boring. You know what I mean? Like, give me something to work with. Your character's boring. Like, smile. Something. He faced Riley Osborne, who came out with Chase U. And it looks like Ridge is trying to join Chase U because every fucker does and then turns on him. Seems to be the ongoing thing. Bleach Report gave it a B. I thought it was shit. I didn't enjoy it. Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson have got their chance at the tag titles at Battleground. They faced Idris. I always get this name wrong. Idris Enofe, I think, and Malik Blade. It was a good tag match, to be fair. They then attacked Nathan Fraser and Axum.
Yeah.
And then we had the announcement. Roxanne Perez came out and turned around and said, I don't know why Ava is always disrespecting me. Just come out and tell me who my opponent is. Then Ava came out and went, I don't know why you think that. I've never disrespected you. I've always shown you respect. He's your opponent for Battleground. And the crowd went silent. And I was expecting to go, I'm on my own against the world. And Bianca Belair. And it wasn't. It was TNA Knockouts champion Jordan Grace making a debut in NXT. Mate, she's fucking beast. Cannot wait to see this match. She's on NXT tonight as well, which I'm thinking of doing a live stream for, but I'll think about that in a minute. It's a new partnership with NXT and TNA. From what I've been reading, there's no official word.
Rematch agreement. With Jordan and Grace, I believe it's a free match agreement.
Yes, yeah, it is. But then apparently, Dave Meltzer then said that, and Sharon Mossap as well, both said that talent from NXT could be showing up on Against All Odds on the 14th of June, which is why I wanted to watch it, and I still might because I don't start work. Although I don't know, but yeah, Jordan Grace. TNA Knockouts champion came face to face with Roxanne and said, I don't know if you know who I am, but I'm Jordan Grace, the TNA Knockouts champion.
We know who she is.
Yeah, well, everyone knows who she is. She's fucking amazing. The crowd went mental. Santi Sat went mental. All the idiots that are trying to be Santi Sat went mental, including me, in my bed at 3 a.m. It was quality. Are we excited for TNA
very
NXT? I think it's what's needed to get some time over for the TNA guys to come onto WWE TV and get that, get the, what's the word I'm looking for? Exposure.
Mm-hmm.
And then the NXT talent to go to TNA. We could also get Nick Nemeth.
I think there'll be
not over in NXT. I'm not talking about him going to NXT. I mean the NXT talent coming to work with Nick Nemeth.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I think that'll be the only way. I don't think we'll get Nick Nemeth back on WWE TV.
No, I don't. Tony D'Angelo has got the Heritage Cup for some weird strange reason. They don't know why they got him to beat Charlie Dempsey a couple of weeks ago for it. Don't get it. Just keep it with Charlie Dempsey. Lola Vice versus Ariana Grace. I don't agree with Shayna Baszler facing Lola Vice. another one that shakes her ass.
Yeah,
and all for it if you've got it,
absolutely.
flaunt it. But yeah, it's Shayna Baszler. If you're in a match with Shayna Baszler, I want Shayna to absolutely kill you if that's what you're doing to her, because that's what she did to her.
Yeah.
And then Lexus King versus Dante Shen was okay. It weren't bad. It is what it was there for, to carry on the feud between them. Kalani Jordan and Ren Sinclair for a title qualifier for the ladder match, which Jordan won. And then Trick and Javon Evans with Sexy Red came back out again versus Gallus. Fortunately, Gallus lost. Trick and Evans won. At the end of it, Trick was arguing or talking between Sexy Red and Lash Legend, and then out from nowhere, all ego, Ethan Page came and attacked him from behind. The crowd didn't know what to make of it at first, and then started cheering. Vic Joseph nearly said AEW on TV.
Yeah, he did.
Came very close to saying former AEW wrestler or superstar, and then stopped himself. And then went independent wrestler. Cool to see Ethan Page in NXT. We said it's what he needed. He needed to leave AEW and do something like this.
Yeah, he did.
I'm hoping tonight it gets announced that Ethan Page faces Trick. And if I was and I've been saying Trick needs to hold the title for a while, I would stick it on Ethan Page right now. Let him run with it.
Strike when the iron's hot.
And plus, it's a kick in the teeth to Tony Khan as well.
Yeah.
Triple H is always looking to do.
I think Ethan Page has got the potential now. He has the potential. Whether he signs or not, obviously. But if the booking right, we've got the potential of seeing what Ethan Page can actually do. If you watched him back it was Impact when he did it.
Yeah,
he was brilliant. Potential him and Alexander tagging again. In this
it's the North. That'd be fucking incredible if they. It's the North that they were called, weren't it?
Yeah.
The North, yeah.
It's so good.
But yeah, no, I like I said earlier on, I tuned into NXT this week just for Ethan Page. I'll always say if you can put something that makes me go, oh, I'll watch your programming. And I'm a big Ethan Page fan. Love Ethan Page. But yeah, I'll probably tune into NXT tomorrow to see what happens now with Ethan Page. And Jordana Grace. They've made me tune in. It's giving NXT a bit more relevance now after the draft. It's giving people a reason to tune in, because people would have tuned out because their favourites went up. Carmelo Hayes, Valkyrie, Breaker, Ilya. So this is giving it relevance, and I like that Triple H is willing to work with independent stars in NXT again.
Which is what I think they missed an opportunity. Like, this is what they should have been doing all along.
I think when NXT 2.0 got generated and they stopped it when the last few went, I think that's what killed, for me, I know you've been a big fan of it all the way through, that killed NXT a little bit. Because NXT, when it was running in the black and gold band with independent stars, it was considered as the third show, not a developmental show. And when Vince and Bruce ripped away that, bringing in independent talent out of it, it went back to being a developmental show.
I don't think COVID helped it either.
No.
Because it was just no one, like certain stars with health issues, didn't want to be at the show. They wanted to keep themselves away from it. So when you had like the takeovers with Gargano and Ciampa, they didn't want to be on TV. So they cut the matches, and the takeover was just crap, or the shows were just rubbish. And you had to run with Kyle O'Reilly. Nothing against Kyle O'Reilly, but he's not exactly Adam Cole. He's not exactly a Johnny Gargano.
No.
But yeah, when Vince went in and stripped it for what it was, because Triple H had his heart issue, so he couldn't take over, he couldn't be there, and he wanted to get rid of Regal and Matt Bloom and everyone else that was there. That's when the proper issue started.
Yeah.
But
for
no,
me,
I agree.
When I stopped liking NXT is when Keith Lee, the fourth lot, of NXT talent going up to the main roster, and Vince fumbled the bag for the 4th time, and I'm like, this is fucking pointless. My favourite people are coming up, and Vince is just dropping the bag every time. Like Tyler Breeze with dog shit. Shinsuke's never been great on the. He's not Tyler Breeze isn't dog shit. Like Tyler Breeze on the main roster was dog shit. Then you had Shinsuke when he went up, did nothing. Then you had Finn. Finn did do something. Finn at first.
He won the Universal Championship.
He did. Then he got injured. Then when he came back, did nothing. They killed him off again. Killed the demon character off. And I just got that disheartened with NXT, and I was like, why? If Vince is just going to take anyone I give a shit from this low roster, from this great roster of people, these great talents, why should I care about that product anymore? So I used to pray at night that Johnny didn't go to the main roster.
That's why Adam Cole left. He didn't want to go to the main roster while Vince was booking it, because he knew he wasn't going to get what he deserved.
Keith Lee was the only one I'd probably say that I think it was his injuries that affected him more than anything.
Keith Lee held him back massively, but there was people that were very open about not wanting to go to the main roster. Cole,
Gargano was one of them.
Gargano was massively against going to the main roster.
Yeah.
He went up and they were going to put DIY back together, and Ciampa got injured, and he refused to stay up there on his own.
Which is right. Which is absolutely spot on. I wouldn't want to either.
But you can even look, if you look at you look at other people that came back into NXT. So Drew McIntyre came back and did a run in NXT. Like Drew McIntyre he's a superstar. We know that. And he worked, but when Samoa Joe, like a global wrestling superstar, he did NXT, did really good run in NXT. They went up to the main roster. He ended up on fucking commentary. Samoa Joe, one of the best in-ring performers of our era, of our generation, ended it.
Yeah, he was injured though, weren't he? That's why he did commentary. He was injured.
Yeah, but that's it. There was once he got fit though, there was no push to put him back on in the ring.
No, didn't he injure Seth Rollins again? So they didn't want to put him back in the ring?
No.
Because I'm sure he injured Seth just before WrestleMania against Triple H. Because they didn't know whether Seth was going to be cleared.
But I'll have to look into
But then
that
after that, when he was commentary and after the commentary when he was fit, that's when I was like, Samoa Joe's got no hope here.
No. Which was an absolute waste. There's been a few others over the years that come up, and you're just like, what are you doing with them? Use Cameron Grimes as a prime example now.
Yeah.
He was up there long enough to do. He could get. He was willing to work and do whatever to get over. That's it. Baron was brought up.
Don't get me started on Corbin.
He had a decent-ish heel run when he was like a GM heel and stuff like that. And then once they took the GM title away from him, lucky Corbin.
Yeah.
Lucky Corbin.
Jesus.
JBL run will last like 2 weeks. I mean, back to NXT. Vince didn't know what to do with them. Triple H, now, if you look at the guys that are in NXT under Triple H, look who they're flourishing now.
Or on TV, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. There's no way. Well, look at Pete Dunne. He was named Butch.
Yeah.
But Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate wouldn't have got on Vince's TV.
No way. Chance.
But it'd be good to see them pick up, like, take a punt if it's true that he's not happy and his contract's going to come up soon. Take a punt at Danhausen.
I would.
Take a punt at NXT. I don't think he's main roster material at the moment, because I don't think
unless you get something with him in R-Truth.
Yeah. I don't think, barring R-Truth, I don't think the main roster has much comedic on it no more. I don't think it's going that way. But Danhausen has a serious side to his character, which you don't see often. But when he wrestles, when he's got like blood on his face and stuff, it's a darker side of the Danhausen character. Work with that. Wardlow. He's apparently not re-signing. Wardlow be sick in NXT.
Wardlow's a Triple H guy. He's got Triple
I'd
H
take
guy written on him.
Wardlow to the main roster me straight away.
I wouldn't have NXT him for a few weeks.
When we called it.
NXT him for a few weeks, get the crowd behind him, then throw him up. Like he did with like Drew when he came back.
Couple of months in NXT.
NXT, smash about, put a target around his waist, someone take it off him, then put him up after Cody. Or with Cody. Trying to think who else is talking about leaving.
From Breakker versus Wardlow. What a match. That could be.
Did anybody else hear Vince McMahon jizzy pants?
Yeah. I heard Ted jizz his pants.
Yeah. What a match that would be.
Braun Breaker, Wardlow, Bronson Reed,
Mark
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman. The Andre the Giant Battle Royale. Almost. I
want these lot. This is
Satnam Singh, Great Khali.
That's my lineup for Money in the Bank this year. Them six. That's my Money in the Bank.
Worse than the year Austin
I want them to eventually do like put Almost in it and then have someone climb on Almost's shoulders
to win it.
And to win it. Not that Almost is trying to get him off, but he can't. That's the way I want it.
Like a T-Rex, like he can't get to his arms, so he can't get to his shoulders.
Ricochet, like a little whip it all over him to win the title. Jey Uso, Tozawa.
Tozawa Money in the Bank.
I've called Money in the Bank weeks ago. If Dom's fit, it's between Dom and Jay to win it.
So Dom has been cleared to compete.
Yeah, Dom's been cleared. I think it's going to be Jay then.
I do think it'll be Jay, but I won't be angry.
I'd be happy to see Jay with it.
Please don't do this to us again. Jay needs this win.
Yeah,
Jay needs this win.
Dom can survive whatever.
Yeah.
Jay.
I think Dom's proven now he can survive without anything massive on him, especially without Mama. But guys, I think we are hitting a nice point because we are 2 hours 55 minutes into recording. There was 26 minutes of us talking absolute rubbish.
This is going to be a two-parter.
This will be a 2-part episode. Thank you for tuning into both episodes. Guys, till next week. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.
We need to stop chatting shit.